Good morning. My name is John Presley. I'm an artist. I live in the Northwest Georgia area, and we're going to take you on an adventure, a journey into the northwest corner of Georgia to do some watercolor paintings of the historic and scenic sites around this beautiful part of the country. We are here in downtown Dalton this morning, and we are across the street from the historic Wink Theater, and we're going to paint the Wink Theater and the surroundings in watercolor. And I hope you'll come along today and every time we're on to have fun and a nice adventure in the beautiful foothills and mountains and towns of Northwest Georgia. Well, we're ready to begin our work on this watercolor study painting of the Wink Theater. And I came over here a few days ago and did some sketching on location to get a feel for the light and the shadow and what I wanted to emphasize and how I feel about the place, and see if that can come through, you know, in the painting, not just be a photograph. Just it's going to be a watercolor painting that's going to express feeling and light and color. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to wet the top of the painting for a wash. And I'm just going to put water across here in a big wash brush, and just kind of, I'm not going to do the whole page, just the top here, because I'm going to flow this paint, this sky color, down through here. Now, what you have to be careful about when you're doing watercolor, for those of you who like to paint and want to learn, is you have to protect the white and the light areas of the painting. If you paint over it with dark, you can't get it back. Like with oil, you can paint over that with a lighter color. So I have to sort of mask off in my mind areas that I don't want to paint yet. I'm going to save those areas. And so we're just going to mix this up. Plenty of water. Now, as watercolor, as it dries lighter and weaker than it is when it goes down, so we'll have to take that into account, put it on a little stronger than we're going to expect it to be at the end. Now, I can't paint the brown yet at the top, because if I do, this is still wet and it will just bleed right up in there, and I want good sharp crisp edges, so that has to dry. And when you're doing watercolor, you just might as well be prepared for there to be some accidents and some mishaps, and sometimes it works out really great. You know, sometimes it works out, something happens you didn't expect, and it just enhances the painting, like this texture right here. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Just going to come across, dragging the brush. I'm using the barrel of the brush instead of the tip right now. Just take that barrel right across there. A little more. And that will be the street. The sky color blue now is dry enough where we can go in to the building and cut that in with that darker brick brown and not be afraid of it bleeding out into the sky. And I've got a little piece of the watercolor paper. I'm going to do a little test. And that's pretty close. A little more blue. A little more water, a little more brown, and a little more blue. Okay, this touch of red. All right, now we're going to come in here and cut this in, just like this. The marquee and the structure of it looks like a cake. It's beautiful, and it's going to be where the strongest light is hitting, the brightest color, or not color, but the brightest light, and that's where I want the eye to go first when people look at this painting. So at this stage, what can we do now? All right, we can go into the white here. Now, it's white. It's obviously white. But I'm not going to paint it, I'm not going to leave it white, because white really doesn't exist. White reflects everything around it. There's going to be the brightest color right here, but all this here is going to be just the lightest bluish gray because it's reflecting the sky, and we have a really beautiful blue sky day. So we're going to just put a very light, I'm going to take a little blue, so let's take a little bit of the sky color and just a lot of water. A little bit of sky color and lots of water. Okay? And we're going to go over all of it except for this side of this sign right here. So here we go. See that? Just takes a little bit of, just knocks that bright off. Okay, so that's that. And that is it for that. See, I've left this out right here. That's going to be the pop of the painting right there, where the eye is going to come right into this. And it's not in the center, it's just off to the side a little bit. We will do more painting on the other side of the break, so stick around.
Did you know skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States, with over 5 million cases diagnosed each year, yet it is one of the most preventable? Hi, I'm Courtney Johnston, the physician assistant at Dalton Plastic Surgery. Did you know we offer routine skin checks in our office? Schedule your appointment with us if you have any areas of concern or if you have not had a recent skin exam. At Dalton Plastic Surgery, we offer an array of different services to help you feel and look your very best. Give us a call today.
At First Franklin Financial, we make loans for living, offering personal loans from $600 to $15,000 with fixed rates, flexible terms, and payment plans to fit any budget. And with same-day approvals, you can get your money right away. The next time you need a little financial help, First Franklin Financial is here for you. Visit oneffc.com to learn more.
My car looks totally ruined. I don't even know what to do.
Locally owned Dalton Collision Center is the only choice when it comes to all of your auto body and refinish needs. Our experienced staff provides quality work from start to finish, will help with your claim, and even assist with getting your rental car. Everything from A to Z.
So you can focus on life, we can focus on getting you there.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks and I'm here at Paniagua Auto Mall with
Francisco Paniagua.
And he's going to tell us how we can get ourselves in a good car today. How easy is it?
It's very easy. If you got credit, just come see us. If you don't have credit, come, bring 2 pay stubs, last bank statement, and the rest we can do it here.
And there's over 400 vehicles to choose from, so if you're tired of driving around in that clunker, come over here and they'll give you something you'll be proud to ride in. Thank you.
Do you have a new home project? Come to West Yellowknife. We've been providing doors, windows, flooring, and unfinished cabinets for 4 decades. We have new, unique, and exclusive items weekly at a price you can afford. Let our friendly staff assist and point you in the right direction. West Yellowknife, conveniently located right off of I-75 at 2226 Chattanooga Road, Dalton, Georgia. Come let us make the job easier and make your dream home complete.
Thank you.
Thank you, North Georgia. Gracias, North Georgia.
We appreciate you, North Georgia.
I'm Seymour. I'm John Moore. Like the Georgia Bulldogs, we're number one.
Thank you, North Georgia, for voting us number one 6 years in a row.
If you're hurt and want the best,
give us a call. We'll do the rest.
Now we can start moving to a little bit darker stuff. And this is a color called neutral, or kind of like a Payne's gray if you're an artist and you know what that is. It's a very nice neutral tint. You can tend it toward blue. You can tend it toward brown. I want it to be almost black. You take the brush and shape it, make sure it's the right shape. Come in and stroke down and stroke up and stroke down and stroke up. And that's a window. And see, it's not going to be perfect. That's watercolor. And there's a little window right here. Going to catch that right there. See how quick and easy that is? That's it. It's got a little white frame around it. I'll probably go back and fix that a little bit. Now, I need to switch to a little smaller brush. I'm going to catch some details. Usually I do these last, but you know, you got to be flexible because I've got to obey the law of the watercolor. You know, if I were to put this on wet with wet paint next to it, it would you get a fuzzy bleed out in there, and it would look pretty bad. So I'm just going to do this. This is going to be just kind of sketchy, really. I mean, I could get in there and get real detailed, but that's really not the point, you know? There and there. All right, well, quickly catch these right here. Watercolor paint is relatively cheap, so you don't have to worry about, you know, have plenty of paint on hand. You don't want to run out in the middle of a stroke. You'll have a stroke. Yeah. I'll come back and reinforce those a little bit later on here, but I just want you to see it at this stage, what it's kind of shaping up to be. It's funny how the conditions change when you're on location painting. I had a cloud over this, now it's bright sun, so when you're on location in plein air, out in the nature, you just got to be able to work with anything you got. We're going to work closer and closer toward finishing this. I'm going to go get these windows. These are black glass paned windows all the way across the front and into the next building even. And they reflect a little bit. And if I can catch that just with kind of a suggestion, I will, but I'm not going to worry about it, which means I'm not going to try to fill it in solid all the way. I'm going to leave a little bit, see that? Just a little bit of suggestion. We'll get the shape of the window. See, that suggests maybe a reflection of a car parked out front. I moved all the cars out because I'm Superman. When you're an artist, you're Superman. You move everything you want, you put it where you want, you take it out, you change the color, you change the lighting, you can do whatever you want. Can I say happy little windows? Can I get away with that? We won't get sued, will we? And that's that. All right. We can go into here. Now in this, I'm going to take this middle section right here underneath the marquee, and it's all going to be a little bit of a shadow, and we can go back and change it, darken it, modify it if we want to, but I want to be able to see what I've got. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Do the same thing here. I'll make it kind of look round. It's really beautiful, unique piece of architecture. I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like it in person. I'm going to come in around these letters with this shadow shape to make them stand out a little bit. That'll be one of the last things we get into. This is the lettering and the final detail. A little more dark here, a little bit more there, and just a general shadow here. See that? See what that does? Okay, kind of pops it out a little bit. Okay, kind of pops it out a little bit. All right, now what? The green. And to mix the green, let's start with, this is a funny looking green. It's kind of creamy looking. I have a kind of creamy yellow that I'll mix with the blue and see if we can get something close to that green. This is called Naples yellow that I'm going to mix with the Verditer blue, And I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Come right down here to it. Right in there. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I love that. I love it. And I'm going to go over here and put in this tree. That'll be fun. I'll move to a little different brush. We'll use this mid-size. These are made by Dugato. You can get these on Amazon. They're not real expensive, but a squirrel hair, if you can get a squirrel hair, it's really nice to have in a watercolor brush. They're just very versatile. They soak up a lot of water because you need a lot of water. I'm going to mix up now a green, a light green, for the light leaves on this tree that's right in here. And I'm just going to kind of freehand this in here. I'm going to let this brush splay a little bit. You see the building but underneath it, which is kind of the way you'd be with a tree. You just kind of have to be suggestive. Now I can go ahead and here and put the whole set of leaves in, because I'm going to come back over this with a darker green for the shadow side of the tree. Okay, I want this to be kind of dry, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to splay this so I can just dab it in and suggest some leaves without having to paint every little leaf. I'm leaving some light areas bouncing in and out of that. You see that? You see it? Because the more important than the color, I want to get the darkness, the value. I want to get that right. So let's see if this works. Let's go. See that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Look, look. And I want to show you something that's really cool as we work through this area. Watch. I want you to watch something here. I'm going to come down here. I want to get this in. It goes back in here, comes down. And then when I painted in here, I painted this little light colored cubicle a shadow color. But as I put a darker shadow against it, look what happens. It turns light again. It turns light. It's what I call an optional illusion. Optical. Optional. Watch that. Okay, not going to get too burdened with it. Now what I want to do is I want to take a little water on the brush and I want to kind of bleed this all out into the open, into the sidewalk. This is the sidewalk here. And I want this to just kind of come out here and blend into the sidewalk. This sidewalk, I want it to be a little bit of a yellowish color to suggest the fact that the sun is cutting across it. And so I'm going to mix up just a little bit of yellow and glaze this right across here like that. Sidewalk. Sidewalk. We need to take a break and let this dry and come back with the final section, the details that are going to make it all pop. After the break, we'll continue developing what we've already painted so far. It's going to be fun.
This is our Dodge, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country. Thanks to OptiLink, we're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today I'm here with Sarah from Blanca's Furniture. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. Well, tell me a little bit about this place.
This is Blanca's Furniture and Appliances. We've been here for about 15 years.
You've got more than one store too, don't you?
We have three locations, 2 in Dalton and 1 in East Ridge. We do have living room suites, bedroom suites, dining room, all kinds of different appliances to come and choose from. We do offer financing. We have 3 different companies that you can choose for financing.
Well, there you go, guys. If you want some furniture and you're looking at redoing your house, come to Blanca's Furniture.
Do you have a finicky feline? Here at Dalton Veterinary Practice in Kitty Corner, we have a unique cats-only waiting area that'll take some stress off of your trip to the vet. Our office has a completely separate waiting room for both dogs and cats. We are conveniently located on Cleveland Highway. We offer wellness and urgent care appointments for both dogs and cats, Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 5, and Wednesday through Friday from 8 to 8. Call 706-281-4770 to make your appointment today.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today we're here to discuss seafood, one of my favorite topics. We're here at the Juicy Seafood, conveniently located on Walnut Avenue in front of Walnut Square Mall. Juicy Seafood started off in Alabama, and they have spread all through the South because everybody cannot get enough of their food. They have their own unique seasonings exclusively to them that they make, and their food is made to order right there on the spot. They also pride themselves in their friendly staff, so if you're wanting something a little bit different, maybe you're tired of burgers, come try the Juicy Seafood. Do you have a new home project? Come to West Yellowknife. We've been providing doors, windows, flooring, and unfinished cabinets for 4 decades. We have new, unique, and exclusive items weekly at a price you can afford. Let our friendly staff assist and point you in the right direction. West Yellowknife, conveniently located right off of I-75 at 2226 Chattanooga Road, Dalton, Georgia. Come let us make the job easier and make your dream home complete.
Did you know skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States with over 5 million cases diagnosed each year, yet it is one of the most preventable? Hi, I'm Courtney Johnston, the physician assistant at Dalton Plastic Surgery. Did you know we offer routine skin checks in our office? Schedule your appointment with us if you have any areas of concern or if you have not had a recent skin exam. At Dalton Plastic Surgery, we offer an array of different services to help you feel and look your very best. Give us a call today.
We're back and we're about to finish things up. I've done a few things during the break just to kind of clean up a little bit, add a little bit of punch here. That little girl there walking down the sidewalk, a few little tidbits outlining the letters. Going to put a little bit of color on this in this window here. There's a little poster or something in there, not sure. And you know, you get to this part of the painting and you're really in danger of overworking everything and ruining the feeling of what you got. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to add just a few adjustment glazes here and there, just some things like right in here. This is in a little bit of a shadow that kind of works its way out. I want that to show. And we'll do the same thing right here to bring this out from the building behind, like that. This is just real quick. Okay, now let's see, what else? What else? We're going to do a final thing here and a couple little touch-ups and we'll be done. And there's a tree right here. You can't see it, but it has branches that flow right over this area right here. And I want to do that big and dark to push this back to make it look like we're looking across a boulevard. This is where we get to have a little fun. We're just going to play. Look at that. Just, in fact, let me see when we spatter a little bit. This is going to come out in here, and I'm actually going to cover that corner, okay? And we're going to come in here like that. And I don't care if it bleeds a little bit here, but just, and you just got to play with this to kind of get a feel for what you want the leaves to do. And this is, I want this to be dark And it's going to come way up here, actually way on up. So I said I was finished with this tree over here, but I want to do something real quick to make this tree look a little bit kind of like that tree. I'm going to repeat the color. And that just kind of unifies the painting from one side to the other. We got the same thing going on. While this is still drying, I've got a little bit of a line that I need to put in. I'll show you. The wink sign has little panels of brown in it. So we're going to get those. And I think I'll probably make them a little more colorful than they actually are so you can see it. Remember, this is my world. I get to do what I want. And it's right here. See that? And it goes all the way around, down the other side. It outlines that panel there. Comes all the way down. See how much mileage I can get out of this brush? It's holding a lot of water. I like that. So watch this. Just like that. And then branch it off. There. Now, I got to keep loaded. If I don't keep the brush loaded doing this, it will not look as good. But because I got to get down to like spider web stuff. Look at that. See? Just like that. Just a little suggestion of branches. Now I'm gonna do something with that. Hold on just a second. Don't yell at me yet. Hold on. Okay. Some branches grow down. So to keep this realistic, I'll bring one down here like that. See that? Like that. Now up here, this is not a dead tree, so we'll put some leaves at the end of that, right? What do we think? Okay. Let me stand back. I may move out of the frame a little bit. Let me look and see. And I think we got the wink. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you, if you haven't taken up watercolor, it's difficult, but it's fun, and it's a real joy to get something that works. You're going to throw away a lot of paper that you don't like, and you're going to have some that you're going to call keepers, and that's magic.